Hey, what's up, guys? This is Muzz coming from Reborn Mind, Body, Soul. And if you're watching this, you believe in new beginnings and becoming your own ultimate superhero. Alright, so my intention for this video is to share my wisdom on this topic. And this is a topic, I don't know if you can meet many people that can talk like this or have experienced reality like this, okay? So, I want to talk about the impact social media has on our mind and has on our well-being and has on our life, okay? So if you haven't hit the subscribe button, hit the subscribe button and let's get into it. Yes! Yes, yes, yes! This is one of my favorite topics to talk about. Oh, yeah! Man, I love talking about this subject. And I love talking about right now on this platform because I'm using social media to connect with you guys. But I also feel like YouTube is in its own category comparably to all the other social media platforms because you can it's not really looking into people's lives, right? Like, yeah, you're looking into my life right now, but it's not like you're not just scrolling aimlessly through things. It's like watching. It's like a more efficient TV, right? With like, and there's some commercials on it too as well. But all right, so 29 years, I've experienced the reality. I've experienced all of this with no social media. Now, now, this is not just experiencing social media like, because I love this one. This is what I get from some people. Oh yeah, I don't have social media either. It's like, wait, oh, so you're on that break right now for 4 months where because you got insecure with your life and your life's not good, you no longer have social media because you can't handle it? I'm just kidding, not knocking you, but is that it? Is that how you've not experienced social media? Because I've legit not had social media. Like, legit not had social media. And I don't know, I don't take any credit for it, okay? I literally don't take any credit for it. But I've just been, I guess, like a surfer, a hippie for such a long time that, like, something told me, and believe me, I've gone back and forth with wanting it because it would have made in some ways my life better for sure, 100%. I'm 100% willing to admit it, but I wasn't willing to wager my well-being even at a young age. Me too. I knew myself at a young age because I guess around, when social media really started to come around, like when I was 19, that's like that the age when social media really started coming up. I started going to surfing and I started being on the beaches, and I really went into my Matthew McConaughey, like, Charted, really went into that guy. And for some reason, uh, I knew that it would affect my well-being. On top of that, I knew that I have a very addictive, very, very, very addictive personality. And on top of that, I knew I have a very, very vulgar mouth. So that combination was like, eh, I don't want to use this platform yet, at least. Let me not use it yet. But let me talk to you guys about what I observe now with where social media is at and how it affects all of us and how it affects our reality, okay? And this is just my perspective, but understand where can you talk to someone that's probably looks to the similar age of you or around the same age as you and has never experienced social media. So one of the things that you got to understand, okay? When you log on, when you press that Instagram button, when you press that Facebook button, the moment you enter it, you already lost. You already lost. Now, I love this one where people qualify, okay? People qualify themselves to me all the time, and I don't care. Like, hey, I'm just here to help. I'm just here to love you, okay? So it's just let me, air it out. It's like, I love the one where it's like, oh yeah, I just use it for to connect to people. Well, yeah, of course, that's why this platform is created. Absolutely. But do you understand, the moment you click that button, you're essentially entering a portal, right? You enter into this platform. Do you know what this platform is to do? It's programmed. The algorithms are programmed on the back end. When you press that button, on the back end of it, it's set up for you to take from your brain. It's taking dopamine from your brain. It's they use, and I know you, I'm probably saying this, you probably already know it, but they're using the same algorithms that they use in Las Vegas casinos. The same algorithms to play on our part of our brain that likes cocaine. It's playing on the part that likes cocaine. So the moment you click that button, it's you and if you look at the science of this, it's no different than taking a bit of a cocaine and going, but imagine doing that. A bunch of, so subtly, not much, just a little bit, every day. And every time you enter that, that's what's happening in your brain. It's lighting up, it's lighting up, it's lighting up, it's lighting up the same part of your brain that cocaine does. Can we get that in our mind? Like, understand that. So when you're entering that platform, do you have that awareness that okay, here we go, we're going into like how I view it, right? And that's why I'm like so intense about it, so excited about it, because guys, until we change the back end of the algorithms where it doesn't just play on our psyche, where that is it. If you're on that platform, it plays with your psyche. There's just no way around it. If you watch this one video, a guy talks about, he's got like these really long dreads, and he was with the creators of Facebook. He was at the beginning of it, and he says there's no winning until the algorithms change. It's gonna mess with us, and so what it's doing essentially, and bless your heart, people that are watching this, because it's just better to be aware of it and understand it, and then you can work with it, okay? But if you're not aware of it, and first of all, if you can't admit it to yourself, then that's where the work comes in, okay? So there's no reason to be scared of anything. There's no reason to fear anything, but there's also no reason to not want to be aware of things, because with the awareness makes you more powerful, and then you can get closer to creating or having or living your ultimate life. And if you're watching this, you want a better life, so let's create that for you, okay? So understand that when you become aware of these things, you can learn to apply them, okay? So essentially, social media is rotting our brain. It really is. It's really rotting our brain. And when I see the scrolling going on, like, think about like what state you're in when you're going, like, this is how I see it, right? Like, I see a bah, bah, bah. Imagine this. You wake up in the morning and you go bah, bah, you know, like a sheep. And it's taking from you. It's not giving to you. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking it, okay? But do you think like how I'm able to stay so peaceful, and how I'm able to stay like with my awareness? And like I said, I'm only coming from my perspective. I would love to hear other perspectives. I'd love to hear what people think well on it. Now, don't get me wrong. It is a beautiful thing, guys. You're able to go like this, send something, it goes to someone like in Afghanistan. The world, how I look at our world now, right? Our world, due to these social networks, we've never been connected deeper before. So if you look, if you were to, you know, if you've ever seen these maps of like all the connections that we have in the world, the earth now is like a macrocosm of our brain. And so when I think a thought, right? I think a thought. It's like almost posting something on social media. In my brain, I post a thought, and it's released. It's called a dendrite, and a dendrite goes from one receptor and sends a dendrite and is received by the other receptor. It's kind of like when we send an email or when we send a post. So social media has connected us deeper than we've ever been connected ever before. But because it's so new, this is what I would love you to ponder. Do you guys remember? You probably don't, because you're probably the same age as me. But do you remember when cigarettes first came out? everyone was on it, everyone was doing it, it was all good. Doctors smoke, it was smoking in the airports, smoking in the airplanes, smoking in restaurants, smoking right in front of your baby, no problems, no dramas. Here you go, baby, take my cancer, like right in front of that. And now look at what we know about cigarettes. Guys, social media hasn't been around long enough, in my opinion, to know the long-term effects. But if you look at the research of it right now, it's not very good. It's not very good. If you look at the science of what it's doing to our mind, what it's doing to our awareness. Okay, so if that's the case, then just ponder these thoughts, okay? They're just thoughts. What social media has done is played onto our mind, okay? It has accentuated our brain, our monkey brain. So now everyone is very, very sensitive, very, very in their mind, very, very in their ego. I like to play these characters and bring my energy up to accentuate my thoughts. But if there's anyone here for you, if there's someone that cares, it's me. And I'm not knocking anyone, I'm not saying nothing bad about anyone, but I really want to express myself, and I feel that this is a portal to fully express myself and allow self to come out, because the ego is being played on. It's like a button now. It's a button they're just playing on us, and my heart goes out to people, guys. My heart goes out. That's why I'm finally like, you know what? It's been so long that I've held out and I've learned so much of this stuff. Yo, I gotta spread this. I gotta give this. Like, if I could just help one person, if I could just help one person, let me share my thoughts, okay? Let me share, but not even my thoughts, because I'm channeling from here. There's a reason why I like to wear this flowered shirt, because I feel like it's a representation of my energy. It's soft in the garden, you know, and I want to share that. So I'm communicating from down here, and then it's coming out and up through here, you know. And don't get me wrong, I can get caught in all this stuff too, okay? So, but with social media, just be aware of how to use it. Have the understanding, or just sit back and ask yourself, you know, do you remember life without it? Do you remember how you were without it? It might be something to ponder. It might be something to ponder. What's your relationship with it right now? Because essentially, we put something out and then we go, guys, what do you all think? And you know how gnarly that is for us? That's playing on our ego. The ego thinks, I am what people think of me. And on social media, that's a thought world. It's just, you're just in a thought world. It's a thought-based world. Why is that beautiful? Because you can listen to people that are progressive. You can learn new information. You can learn how to cook something. You can do all these beautiful things. There is so many beautiful things with it. And I absolutely 100% think that it's a beautiful thing. It absolutely is. It's just, we need to change the algorithms with it. And how do we filter the, basically, because I went to the Digital Media Expo, the guys at the top. Why do you think I started creating these videos now? Is because the number one thing that they said from ABC Universal is that they said, be authentic. That's what people are looking for, is authenticity. You know that I'll never run out. I can't run out right now with these videos. I can't run out because I'm just being self. I'm not trying to be nothing. And you know, and so we can pull from an authentic place, and when we pull from an authentic place, it's in abundance. So the challenge with these platforms is to be authentic, because you're putting yourself out there, and then you go, It's like in this, will you guys accept me? It's like you put out a post and being like, and that's how most people are operating. And then that trickles into this reality. And it trickles into day-to-day life. And you bring those same patterns now that you come from a virtual reality, and you bring it into this, into your interactions. So when you're approaching someone, you go, will they think I'm cool? Will they like me? And it's like so many people are rotting just back here. And it's interesting how I keep pointing to the same spot. I should look at that, see the signs, if it's actually in this part of your brain. But it just is, it's rotting back there. So I'm gonna make a next video to some of the solutions to this social media and how to focus it with your brain. Don't get caught up in the words when I speak. Words are just a minimal way to communicate. They're like these little boxes. You know, I talked to a girl about that. It's like a little box that I'm trying to send to you. But we get so caught, because so many of us are in our ego, we get so caught in the words of people. And we get so caught in the thoughts of what people think. But really, we gotta ask ourselves, the bigger thing is, where is it coming from? Where's their intention? You know, that's why I try to be so patient with people. Try to really, it's called the understanding game. I really try to understand. So I hope you enjoyed this rant. Something I'm so passionate about. I'll probably make 60,000 videos on this topic. So hope you enjoyed.